Good morning, Murphyites, and welcome to Channel B programming here, the Rosie Murphy channel, and our own dedicated coffee time. You didn't think I was going to abandon the Murphyites, right? To all my pals out there.
No.
All of you guys that have held my hand for weeks and weeks here as we struggle to move forward on YouTube. You see behind us here that we have tons of tomatoes on the table and tons more on the vine, which means we're going to be doing a second load of Italian sauce today on the Rosie O'Kelly channel. So you want to tune into the live stream event this afternoon. Missy Jen, we also have some errands to run. We're going to go get a new Chase lounge chair and maybe an umbrella and some chairs for the we're going to see what they have up there in terms of beach stuff. We want to be really comfortable in San Diego this year, and that means it get some seats that sit up higher so it's much more comfortable for a longer stay on the beach, because we're going to be doing less of touring. We'll probably do Friendship Park again, and we'll probably take Missy Jen to Balboa Park for the first time. But basically, I'm going to vegetate, and Missy Jen to some extent to be a beach bum out there this trip and really make it very relaxing. If you want to see older San Diego travels, we have plenty of them on the Rosie O'Kelly channel. Playlists from previous good times in San Diego. So we also have a little bit of travel today to hit some of the stores. We're also going to take Missy Jen. We're going to have a very interesting trip to what I think is the highest end thrift shop I've ever been in before. And it's where the JBL speakers came from, the James B. Lansing speakers that I saw, that I got alerted to that they were out there, and I got a set for $100, I don't know what it is, $100 some on an $800 set of JBL speakers. It's a kind of cool place out there. And then we're going to hit the farm stand and pick up some things. I'm going to be GoProing that, trying to split my time between GoPro, because let's face it, when you're walking around with a gimbal sometimes, Missy Jen, it's still a pretty big rig. It's a little more convenient.
Yeah, the gimbal is very...
Yeah, we'll see. I'll try to use the gimbal, but the gimbal makes things... Yeah, this DJI gimbal does make things ultra smooth, which is a really nice thing.
Yes, the video quality is très bien. Elle est très magnifique.
And I've had some people ask me about making cinematic videos with cell phones, and particularly the Samsung cell phone. So we'll do a little recap on that. There's certain things that are always in common when cinematic videos, which is the slowed down speed of them, the music, the the cinema bars on the top and the bottom. But the other thing that they have in common is you're never going to see any shaky video or rocking video. Pans are always going to be very smooth, and you have the lastly and most important, the camera moves a lot. Doesn't mean that you take it and do it like this to pan. It means you actually move the whole camera, and that's what gives it a very cinematic effect, is camera movement. So I'll be talking, breaking that down into individual components if you're interested in following that. Missy Jen is going to be updating on Jen and Rosie Reality TV. She has a playlist called My Journey, and it covers MS. And she's going to be updating that with her status this week. We're getting ready to, we're going to be seeing the doctor next month and planning hopefully your next infusion in October.
Yeah.
With,
as soon as we get back from
San Diego. Hopefully we're right in there to get that infusion. That's going to be fantastic. That's going to take us into Halloween, and we are going to go also fishing again on in August, believe it or not. So that's going to be very exciting. Yeah, we got the bug. So a lot of things are going on. The San Diego trip will be coming up, and it's going to be very exciting times. And then we always love Halloween here. Halloween's always a blast. Missy Jen and I get costumed up and and have a lot of fun. And we got a lot of new people on the channel here, and it's really been awesome to see. Let's talk a little bit about we talk about the negative aspects of YouTube, but YouTube, Missy Jen, is one of those places that can actually change minds and bring people together. And I've talked about this. If you haven't seen it, check out the Rosie O'Kelly channel, and I've talked about the splintering of media today, where in the old days everybody got fed the same sort of programming from ABC, NBC, or CBS. You had very limited choices. Then CNN came along, and then Fox, and then sites like YouTube and Vimeo and Daily Motion that all of a sudden allowed people to put out their own programming content. And some people got real big. Paul Begley, InfoWars with Alex Jones.
MTV.
Yeah, Jen follows some of the alternative.
Well, I'm
not follow in the sense, but you know of them because Jen is much more politically astute.
I used to follow a bunch of them, and not anymore.
Yeah, because one of the issues that I always had with them is they when you hook up with something that reinforces your thought, it sort of removes your ability to think for yourself and think critically at that particular point in time. And you start to search out reinforcing media, and YouTube is very great at continuing to feed like-minded video your way. So we have people that can't change their mind anymore, and we come to a point where the Congress, the Democrats, and the Republicans can't govern in peace together, and we start to hit roadblocks of not making progress because our thought processes and our reinforcing processes in our minds keep us locked in as if we're always 100% correct, whether we're liberal or conservative. And the left, the liberal media is just as guilty. Things like Amy Goodman's Democracy Now!, where everybody with more than a few dollars in their pocket's a bad guy. You know, there's some middle ground there that we're less likely to explore now as a society, moderate people. We tend, this reinforcing media of seeking out what you want to hear and not what the truth is very, it's debilitating to this particular nation. But YouTube, things like Hangouts and things like that, they allow a diversity of people. Somebody that lives in Iowa that's hard Red Rock conservative, and can meet somebody like me living in California that I'm conservative. You know, I'm red in a blue state here, but you know, my lifestyle is totally different, as is Missy Jen's, from somebody that you know, grew up in that in a conservative area. But YouTube allows, through interaction, people can judge for themselves, and they start to pull back from preconceived ideas about somebody and prejudices. They start to evaluate somebody because they've spent time with them on panels, and they say things like, well, this is not what I thought it was. And yeah, you're okay, I'll never approve or stamp okay on that lifestyle, but we can talk and still enjoy being Americans or fellow travelers in the world on places like YouTube. And that's why I think YouTube has an important place in the world. It's a place that actually can change hearts, if not minds. It can certainly change hearts about the way that people feel about each other. I've seen it myself. I've experienced it in my life. It's one of the greatest joys out there when somebody says to you, you know, I'll never validate your lifestyle, Rosie, but, you know, you're a nice person and you're a good person. That's a very nice thing. And therefore, I'm going to hang out with you. I love that. I love that. Anyway, we're going to wrap up the Murphy Coffee Time today. Missy Jen, don't forget to check out Jen and Rosie Reality TV, her playlist, My Journey. Also, make sure to check her update on the Acrebus, and then some of her older stuff, traipsing around the garden, watering the plants.
In my tractor videos, tractor model reviews, I collect tractor models, some really beautiful, high detailed ones.
Yeah, highly detailed die cuts and all of that. So great stuff to see there. Audio stuff will be starting up in the fall again if it ever cools down. here, and that'll be fun. We'll be doing a lot more cooking on the Rosie O'Kelly channel with clothes on. That'll be a twist in the kitchen and stuff for those people that enjoy moving beyond baked goods.
Hey, it's a good idea. Put
Happy
clothes
Sunday.
On, I take clothes off.
That's it. Happy Sunday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for being along on another Coffee Time Sunday. Thumbs up are appreciated. Love having you along. You can relax that thumb now.